Yo, this is Sir Yeetus. I'm doing 2 streams today because this is something that I have to talk about. This is too funny, right? Because nobody really watches the Oscars anymore. It's pretty much political woke bullshit. But somebody sent me a video of what went down last night between Will Smith and Chris Rock. And I thought it was comedy gold. Will Smith, aka Will Simp, is back at it again. Back at it again, doing his crazy, emotional soy boy shenanigans. See, at this point, he is running for first place as the biggest cuck ever, right behind Cuck Murphy. All right. I don't know what Will Smith does behind the scenes, so I can't really judge fairly on who's the biggest cuck, but Will Smith, he's getting to that point. He's getting to that point because the the craziness. See, here's what happened, y'all. Here's what happened. I'm sure you guys watched it by now, but I'm gonna break it down, Barney style. So, pretty much at the Oscars, Chris Rock was doing his stand up, doing his thing, making everybody laugh, ha ha ha. And then Chris Rock, he went after Jada Pinkett Smith, and he made a reference to her condition that she is having hair loss, calling her G.I. Jane. And G.I. Jane is pretty much the name of a movie where the lady is just bald as hell. Like her head is shaved. And the crazy part about the situation, right, is Will Simp himself was laughing. He was laughing at the joke. He was ha 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 so hilarious until he turned to his wife and she was giving him the dagger eyes. She was giving him the dagger eyes. So guess what he did? He just went from ha ha to oh, I need to protect my wife's honor, even though she has no honor to begin with. So he went up to the stage. I don't know why the fuck he would go up to the stage, right? I think he was just like desperately trying to prove that he's way better than Tupac. Come on, baby. It's been 24 or 5 years. Tupac has been gone for over 2 decades. Let me prove that I am better than that guy. Let me prove that I am more manly than my son's friend that's 24 years younger than me that you let hit that puniti. Please, just give me a second. I'm gonna go up to Chris Rock like the good dog I am. I am your loyal, beaten, abused dog. Let me prove that I am worth it to you. And he went up there on the stage and literally put his hands or slapped Chris Rock for a joke. A joke. It's a joke. That's what comedians do. Okay? It's not like she was dying from cancer, okay? Because if it was cancer, then maybe I'll see what's going on. But she just lost her hair. Big fucking deal. So it's like me saying that, oh, I have male baldness going on, male pattern baldness right now. Oh my god, how dare Chris Rock make fun of me losing hair? Oh no, oh please, wife, please go up there and slap Chris Rock in the face. Please protect my honor. Like, how stupid is that? Comedians, that's what they do, okay? They use the information that they know about you against you in a funny way. In a funny way. And in my opinion, that joke was pretty fucking hilarious. But of course, with Will Smith, tears in his eyes, tears, just crying. Oh, oh, oh no. He's getting comforted by Denzel Washington and all these other celebrities. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. You you are a man for this. You just proved that there are men still out there that is willing to defend their wife. It's crazy how Will Smith defend his wife's honor more than she ever did, even though she never had honor in the first place. The audacity that he's even with her in the first place pretty much discredits the whole thing that he's trying to pull. It is insane at this point. And then when he went to accept his award for, I think, best actor, he had the most idiotic, tone deaf message I've ever heard. He's like, I've been put on this earth to love, to protect people, to like do this and that. I'm a peaceful man. I'm like, bro, didn't you just slap the fuck out of somebody not that long ago just because he made a joke and he's a comedian? Really? Really? And of course, if you look throughout social media, there's plenty of women saying, "Yeah, Will Smith, that's what he's supposed to do. Protect your wife, protect your wife." But you know, people in the Warband, it's the exact opposite. He became the lowest of the low. I never thought that he will stoop lower than he already is, but he did. See, the fact that Chris Rock didn't fight back and start throwing hands on the spot, because I really don't have that type of patience if somebody thinks that they can just walk up on me like that in front of the whole country, the whole 700 people that were watching the Oscars. They could just walk up and put their hands on me and act like nothing's going to happen. I don't have the patience for that. But I do commend Chris Rock for not skipping the beat and continue to do his thing. I really do commend him. And I'm surprised that Will Smith didn't get escorted out of the award show and arrested for assault. But I just heard recently that Chris Rock, he wasn't going to press charges on Will Smith for doing that. I would. Like, who the fuck are you? I don't give a fuck if you Will Smith. Quit being a sensitive little bitch. It's a fucking joke. It is a joke. No way in hell. And the most hilarious part is when, after Will Smith smacked the hell out of Chris Rock, he sat back down. He was like, keep your name. I'm going to keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Keep her name out of your mouth. Oh, so, like, what was that same energy where you got confronted by Tupac all those years ago because he didn't want you to talk to Jada anymore? What was that energy when your son's friend was fucking clapping those cheeks and getting all up in that puniti? Where was that same energy? Where was that same energy? Because, in my perspective, he was just so eager to try to earn that slice of approval from his sorry excuse of a wife that he put himself in danger of going to jail for assault. That's how eager he was. He was so sipping, like, "Oh, you're crying. Please, baby, let me just prove it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Let me go up there and teach him a lesson. They can't do nothing to me. I'm Will Smith." Now he's a fucking laughingstock to the world. Now I have no sympathy for this dude. Nothing. Nothing. He's a joke. His marriage is a joke. His family is a joke. Another situation of Hollywood, this woke bullshit, and women are actually applauding the behavior. Women are applauding the the same type of women, gentlemen, that applause this behavior are the ones that won't mind if you get killed in the process. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Sir Yeetus? Well, let me explain. So this is a lighthearted situation, even though he assaulted somebody. It's pretty light compared to other situations that your girl can put you in, right? So hypothetically, let's say you have a girl like Jada. Just try to imagine, okay? Try to imagine. You go to the club, right? And you guys are just, chilling, vibing, having a good time. And then some dude says something funny like, "Oh, yo, your wife's bald. She should go play for GI Jane. Play that movie. She can replace that actress because she's bald." She will literally look at you, say, "What? You ain't gonna defend me, huh? You ain't gonna do nothing about this? I knew you weren't a real man." And there goes you, like, "Ooh, baby, please, let me just prove it to you. Please, let me just give me a second. Let me take care of this right now." And walk up to the dude and smack the fuck out of him. See, here's the thing. Will Smith felt safe because it was Chris Rock. And Chris Rock wasn't that big in the first place. And Chris Rock most likely didn't even know how to fight. See, now women are going to be emulating the situation that they've seen it at the Oscars. They're going to try to imply in their own lives. But there's a difference between woke Hollywood and real life. So let's go back to the hypothetical situation. You smack the dude. It turns out that he's actually about that life. Even worse, he's with his homies, and his homies saw that you smacked their friend. So now they have to take you outside and beat the goddamn shit out of you. Beat the fuck out of you to the inch of your life or worse. So you are there recovering in the goddamn hospital or being carried by 6. That's what these model women want to deem masculinity, gentlemen. Servitude, even when it costs your life. Think on that. This is what they think about, gentlemen. You're expendable. Don't I know you guys won't do it, but whoever's new watching this channel, don't follow what Will Smith did because you'll get fucking stumped by the wrong motherfucker. Okay? Because I consider myself not a pushover, but I can pick my battles. I know when and when not to start something. That is something that a man should be able to assess, especially over a fucking joke. Yes, gentlemen, she is willing to get you hurt or killed because she didn't like what that man said. That man said was mean. I thought you were a man. Go over there and take care of it. And then bam, you're a quadriplegic or you bury 6 feet under. And it's just hilarious because I was listening to a little bit of Abba preach about the situation since they were very fucking quick about the situation, and I agree what Abba was saying. If you did not want these situations to be put against you in public, why will you try to monetize and make a big deal, have a red table talk, and have all the cameras and stuff put on your personal life in the first place? Why? If you didn't want to get ribbed about something personal, why would you put it out in public? Why? This is your fault, Will Simp. Your fault. Instead of dealing with all this crazy shit in private, you wanted that clout. You or your wife Jada or both you guys wanted that clout, and you aired your entire fucking life to the world. And you're shocked. You're shocked when a comedian uses that information against you. And it was a joke. It wasn't even in a derogatory manner. You were just making a joke. And you here crying like a fucking bitch. Putting your hands on somebody like an emotional fucking little girl. You couldn't have taken him to the talk to him in the back. You couldn't have talked to him after the show. Say, hey man, that's not cool. You just out here fucking, you keep on saying on your fucking mouth. Even though you were just laughing at that very same joke. But you are so emasculated, so beaten down, that you will switch tunes and become her fucking lapdog just because a comedian said something that she didn't like? A fucking comedian? Come on. Come on. And it's even worse because how are you going to defend somebody that treats you like a joke in the first place? How are you going to defend Jada, Will? How? How? That makes you one of the biggest cucks out there today. This woman humiliated you on multiple occasions. Multiple occasions. Looked you directly in the eye and told you like, yeah, I was fucking your son's friend. So yeah. I wasn't cheating though. It was an entanglement. In your face, in front of the world, she didn't even fucking hesitate. And she tried to justify it. She tried to justify the cheating. Oh man, say that. I fell out of love. Oh, I need some loving. Oh, it's okay to cheat. Oh, this and this and this and that. Oh, come on. It is a sad. You are in a sad state, Will. Sad state. And you can't even deny it. You were so eager to show Jada that you are a better man than a man. See, Will, you are competing with a man that was dead for 24 years, almost 25. You're competing with a dead man that's been gone for decades. That doesn't give you a red flag. You're competing with a man that she deemed that was better than you and gave up the puniti for your son's friend that was also 24 years younger than you. You didn't have that same energy. Why do you have that energy now at a Oscars? Well, he was just making fun of Jada being bald. That's it. Why didn't you just sit down and tell her, hey, relax, it's a joke. It's a joke. Because you were too afraid of what was going to happen on the ride back home. You was too afraid to put your foot down towards your wife. That makes you the biggest cuck of them all. Besides Cuck Murphy. You were too afraid to tell her how it is as a man. You cowered like a bitch. You went from laughing at the joke to going up there and assaulting somebody, crying. Don't you talk about my wife? Come on, bro. Come on. I'm gonna. I gotta let people come in and talk about this because this is too funny. This is too funny. Oh shit. Come on in if you won't. Also, if you support your boy Sir Yeetus or the Warband, go ahead and click on the link on top of the chat and donate to paypal.me/Sir Yeetus. If you want to ask me a question or you want to say anything or you just want to donate, doesn't matter. All donations are appreciated. It's just crazy how it's just crazy that this situation even happened in the first place. And it looked real to me. It definitely looked real. It connected. Chris Rock's expression seems genuine, and Will Smith it sounded like he was very eager to get a pat on the head by his wife that doesn't even respect him in the first place. Oh, Lordy. All right, let me bring Carry On in.
Oh, yeah. This was a real surprising thing to experience.
You got music in the background?
Yeah. I'm listening to Entanglement by August Alsina. This guy talking about Jada crazy. Yeah, but this guy let the whole world know he was a cuckold. He allowed this shit to happen with his wife because they broke up and all that bullshit. But a guy talking about you can play G.I. Jane, you want to smack the guy. You probably knew this guy for years, right? And you smack him because your wife's like, oh, I'm giving him the stink eye. He talked about my hair. Bitch, you brought yourself. She literally brought herself in the sewers, dipped in there 5 times, and recorded it so the world could see. It's like, you're upset about hair jokes?
Yeah, literally. That's it. That upset about just being bald. Like, how ridiculous would that be if a man got upset about that for male pattern baldness? Like, really?
It's so stupid. I woke up and I think I saw your community post. I was like, wait, what the hell happened? I was like, did Chris Rock start talking about like the entanglement stuff? And I was like, oh, let me check what happened. I was like, hair loss? Like, that's the reason that you got up on stage, worldwide premiere show that, like, to be honest, no one's really watching it, but it's being promoted around the world, and smack a guy.
Oh shit! Oh, let me see. Son of Thor's. Fake or not, the fact that Will Smith even agreed to this, he's still fucking cuck in my eye.
Yeah, it's like someone saying, "I'll pay you money if you fake that you're gay and kiss some guy." You still did the action, even if you're not gay.
Like, I ain't gay though. I just kiss men.
Just kiss men, man. I have relationships with women. I said man, and all that bullshit.
I honestly don't believe it's fake unless something's proven otherwise. And that can't be fake because I know a slap when I see and hear one, and the reaction that Chris Rock had, I doubt it was fake. But if it is, it's still funny.
Yeah, Chris tried to be as polite as possible. He said, "Jada, I love you, but with your hair, you look like you're gonna be in G.I. Jane too." Literally, he was being as polite as possible. He had so much ammunition, so much, but he chose the most simplest thing he could do.
I swear. And let me add one more person. Unknown soul.
Oh, hey, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to add to this is protecting your wife's non-existent virtue, or specifically, no, I'm just protecting my wife's virtue. No. Many would like to say that, oh, he's trying to do something good, but at the end of the day, he's in a crux confusion between 2 factors. Yes, Jada is sick and dealing with her medical problems, but at the end of the day, this woman straight up nearly destroyed his career and his livelihood with what is it? It was called an entanglement. An entanglement. For fuck's sake. When I was watching Ant-Man and the Wasp a little while later after that, I laughed my ass off when I heard Entanglement of Atoms with Pim Parker's wife. And I'm left with, are you serious right now? This lines up too well with timing, even though this movie came out way before.
Yeah, man. And you heard there's some back feed on your end.
Oh, I think it's because it's raining outside. That better?
Let's see.
No. We can hear ourselves.
Yeah, we can hear ourselves. Yeah.
All right, yeah. And this also just brings up an important lesson to all men who are listening. Remember, if you catch her cheating with another guy, don't get angry at the guy. It's her fault. Because remember, either she roped the situation, or at the end of the day, she's the one who allowed it to happen. Exactly. The best thing I can say is just walk away, be calm, because what we saw last night is the definition of not being calm at all and not having any sort of chill on any matter. Because remember, she's the one who got disgusted at the comment. He was fine at first. My guess is she's the one who basically whispered into his ear and said, hey, he's making fun of me. Go be a man real quick.
Yeah, I agree. And all the responsible women that's looking at the situation, it's too funny. They're like, yeah, Will, you're a real man.
I still was laughing at the meme you posted last night. I believe it was when your friend tries to propose to the neighborhood bicycle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
This might be like the Last of Us 2 meme where that guy's punching the girl.
But hey, I'm gonna let you go because the feed is going crazy.
I got you. Just glad to say hi and give a little some essence of remembering. Watch yourself in this minefield out in the world. Peace out for now, man.
Peace.
Yep.
All right. This one right here. How can he slap? How can he slap?
How can he slap?
Somebody. I'm sure somebody made a meme about that by now.
Oh my days. The guy. It's kind of worse because if he just sat there and laughed and she was just scowling, like, yeah, it's going to disappear. But now it's immortalized. Everyone knows about this shit now. Everyone's like, that's why people think it's a fake. Like, it's fake out, and it was all like for promotion of the shitty show. Because if you just sat down and it's like just go past like water dropping off a rock, like, yeah, it happened. No one knows about it. He got up and made it a big event. It's like now everyone knows. If I want to get Jada and Will Smith pissed off, I just have to say, Jada's going a little bit bored there for a second, and then he's gonna get up and do some dumb shit.
Yeah, and it's too funny how Will Smith was crying about the situation way harder than Jada herself.
He knew he made himself look like a fool. She had his balls in like a cage. It's like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm gonna make you look even more like a fool. She probably has more dirt on him because I would not do that unless that was the situation. Like she had something horrendous that he can't talk about.
Yep, and I agree with what Isla Herman said because I've been seeing comments saying that all these little boys saying that they would have hit back if Will Smith did that to them. They wouldn't have done nothing. I'm like, lady, we will be in the hospital, or he will be in the hospital and I'll be in jail. That's what would have happened. Fuck the Oscars. We're scrapping. No, we're fighting.
It depends on the mindset. Like if I was like looking for, if I was in a peaceful mode, I'll probably laugh at him. I'll probably bust jokes like, "Oh, whistles hit me," but hey, that was definitely not anything. And just laugh it off like, "Hey, it did nothing. You're weak," and just leave it like that. But if I wanted like violence, I'll definitely be in there because that was stupid. Like he just, oh my days, he made himself look like a fool in front of the whole world. And it's just like, what made him get to that point? Like, because if your wife's just looking at you normally, if you're in a normal situation and a decently marriage, unlike the Smiths or all that bullshit, you wouldn't go up stage and smack a guy that you probably knew for like 20 years because your wife was in her feels.
No, I wasn't at all. See, it's like the rule of being in a comedy show, right? Even though it's Oscars. If you don't want to be roasted, don't sit in the front row. Because they tend to go for people who sit in the front row. And even though that it's been rehearsed, which I'm pretty sure it was rehearsed because it's the Oscars, I guarantee you that situation was real. Only because Jada was offended about it.
But he made jokes about other people that were in, like, I think it was a category thing, like the best actor or something like that. And like, he made jokes about this. I'm not sure the famous people name because they're just. So he's talking about this like couples, like, yeah, he's really hoping that Will Smith don't win because that's the only way he can win the Oscar because his wife's gonna win the Oscar. So like, oh yeah. So it's like, yeah, he was making jokes about a bunch of people before he got to Will, but Will couldn't take it. Well, Jada couldn't take it, and Will, as a little slave dog, was sicked on. It's so fucking dumb.
It is insane. It is insane. And would you agree with my point that I made earlier, saying that these women that are cheering the situation on with Will Smith, saying, "Oh yeah, he's a real man for defending his wife," blah blah blah, and I said that situation can get you killed.
Oh yeah. Hurt. He didn't even have to hit him. Certain people, if you go up to their face and start talking in like aggressive way, they will attack you for that. But he went up and hit a guy for a slight joke.
Yeah, because
like
could
get people killed.
Yeah, like I said before, the real life ain't the Oscars. There's people out there that don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about no political correctness or how they are viewed in the public eye. No. If you approach the wrong motherfucker, there's a fight in your hands. And that fight will most likely not go in your favor because that person may have a weapon on him as well.
Yeah, people that get into fight often are pretty decent at them, or they're crazy enough to do some stuff that they won't regret. So it's like, if someone wants to fight you after you hit them, you kind of fucked up.
And I'm telling gentlemen, don't do this because if you're in hospital or you're dead, she's just going to wear your face on a t-shirt for a week or two, maybe shed a few tears at your funeral, and then she'll be already in bed with another man that you're forgotten.
Like, if that, like, let's say the worst situation happened and someone died. It could be Chris or Will. One of them is going to prison. One of them is dead.
Right.
Either way, Jada's going to be with another guy in another entanglement, and Will might be dead or in prison. So it's like...
and another song will be made, and...
He sacrificed his life and his dignity for this one woman who has pulled him through the mud.
See, Antonio Rosales, Chris Rock needs to press charges, set an example. Don't let this kind of behavior be allowed in society, but he won't. See, the reason why he won't call the cops, because unfortunately in our community, you know, the African American community, it is bad juju to even get cops involved in any situation. Or, yeah, like what Carrion said, even associating with cops. That's not what the black community does. Okay, so yes, even on the grand stage of the Oscars, the culture still stands, especially when especially when it's between two black people. So
yeah, especially with the two black guys. Yeah, like I was watching people like those typical people like, how can you do that to a black guy on world stage, like smacking? Like I'll give another black guy smacking up. I was like, yeah, but it's not just black guy. But it's like at the same time, like you know, like he don't want to get the props involved for a guy that he probably knew for like a while. It's like I don't want to put him in prison. I don't want to go through the whole shit. There could be so many reasons why he didn't call them. Like I like him as a friend, or I respected him, so I'm not gonna do that. He's black. I'm not gonna do that. He's a man. I'm not gonna do that. Or it's like I just don't want to waste my time on this shit, so I'm not going to.
Because yes, gentlemen, Chris Rock will look bad in a bad light if he did press charges against Will Smith. Like as a black man, he will look weak in the eyes of at least the black community
or the black female community. Let's be honest.
Oh, more than that, yeah. Well, money, yeah. Well, see, he doesn't have money to fight Will in court. See, here's the thing, though. It's been caught in 4K what Will Smith did. There's no way that Will can defend that.
Yeah, 4K at different angles, man. It's like in those anime when someone gets punched, you see from like 3 angles, like, boom, boom, boom. It's like, yeah, they got the angles of this guy hitting him. He's not getting away from the shit.
He got caught in high resolution, smacking the fuck out of Chris Rock. I doubt that he's able to fight that. Like how can he? And it's been in the slap has been caught in different angles. There's no way.
Yeah,
Like
this is like.
Give me 1 second. Carry on. Yeetus, you're talking about street code. This is a stage show. They're supposed to be pro. See, here's the thing. Doesn't matter how rich and stuff you become. Okay, it does not matter. With a lot of black men that makes it that becomes successful. Okay, especially in the public eye, the culture stays, especially depending on where you come from. Okay, what you've been raised around throughout your life will linger around you for years to come. So when it comes to the cops being involved and associated, that could be one of the big reasons why Chris Rock didn't bother to press charges. Okay, because I know Chris Rock wasn't from the greatest neighborhood. Will Smith wasn't from the greatest neighborhood, even though he did live pretty well at the time.
He had a decent grandma and all that shit.
Yeah,
but he lived in Philadelphia, so
exactly. And hell, even with rappers turned actors or even black act, it would be rare to hear cops being involved when it comes to black people. It's rare.
Like the only time someone will probably come is like someone's afraid that some children might get hurt, and that's what they might call the police. It really just depends on the neighborhood sometimes. Like Chicago, children die all the time, but no one knows who the killers are.
And not only as a black man, but as a man in general. In the public eye, once again, it shouldn't be this way, but in the public eye, if you just press charges over a slap and you didn't do anything about it, that'll also make you look weak. So there's a few layers on why he didn't press charges. Where is it? Yeah, you are supposed to change when you reach success. I definitely agree with you, Capo. I definitely agree with you when it comes to that. But the stigma just stays wherever you go. You know,
especially I was raised in a family that was like, hey, if shit goes crazy, just call the police in case something bad happens. Like, you don't want to be the one that's getting the police called on you. Rather, you call the police in a situation like that. But there are some like neighborhoods that, or like family members, like they can be far away from that neighborhood, but that's still ingrained in them because generations are just being surrounded in that culture. So it's like that's their family's culture, that's their way of life. Like you could take like people from many countries, like Chinese people. When they leave to go to another country, they are always Chinese first.
Yes. So when I was growing up, calling the cops was definitely a no-go. It will escalate the situation significantly. It'll be bad. It'll be bad. Because you're like, oh, you want to call the cops? I'll give them a reason to take me to jail now. So the stigma will always stay because it doesn't matter how successful you get. In the end, in the eyes of the people, at least, you're still a black man. So, and once again, that possibly couldn't have been the reason, but I bet that's
probably like
one of them.
Some part of it.
Yeah, because I guarantee you, if it was like, white against another white dude.
Oh, but this is the Oscars. We're talking about the Oscars here. If it happened like white on white, that probably depends. They're friends. If they were friends, they probably wouldn't do that. But it was like some random guy that you knew or acquaintance with, and you did that. Like, I probably the whole situation is just like Chris didn't probably hit Will back because he knew they were friends and they had good friendships, or they had connections with other people who were friends with each other. So it's like that's the reason why they don't want to break up the friend group that they're in. It could be because they both respect each other. There's just so much crap that go into one reason why someone didn't do anything.
See, they're in a higher tax bracket than me, so I can't really compare or relate on that level. But let's say that they were average people. I don't give a fuck how much we respect each other. We can be friends after we start fucking fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much respect you. There was no reason for you to put your hands on me just because of that joke.
There was so many possibilities to like deal with that situation. He could have sat in his chair and say, "Oh, don't talk about my." He could have did it like that bullshit. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. He could have done that sitting down instead of slapping him. He could have talked to him afterwards. While everyone was going like, I didn't appreciate that. Or he could have had a fight. There were so many possibilities, but he did everything in the worst way possible.
Worst way. Yeah, I know it's because Jada broke him down, like literally.
Have you seen the memes of him when he's crying like that? Oh my days! He know he got butt broken. All that crap. That shit.
Because for me, like what Dragon Slayer said, many situations were quickly solved by just breaking the fucker's jaw. No cops needed. Yep. And unfortunately, it couldn't go that far because the 700 people that are watching would have made a big deal. Where is that one comment? Give me a second. Okay, right there. Everybody in the chat right now. Everybody in the chat. Does anyone think that Will Smith would have tried the same thing if Joe Rogan made that joke? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe Will Smith would have smacked Joe Rogan if he would have made that joke. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe Will Smith would have sat down and laughed. So, once again, put a 1 in the chat if you believe Will Smith would have smacked the fuck out of Joe Rogan if Joe Rogan would have done the same thing. Put a 2 in the chat if Will Smith would have just sat down and just laughed the joke off. Because that's a big factor as well. Because me personally, I highly doubt that Will Smith would have done the same thing to Joe Rogan. Hell no. What do you have to say about that, Carry On?
I do not believe he would have done that. I believe there was so. Honestly, I came to say that because he knew it was Chris Rock, he probably smacked him because of that. Because if it was another guy, probably no. If it was there's just so many there's so many attributes to why he would have smacked Chris Rock. They were somewhat friendly to each other before, so he knew he could probably get away with that. He was black, and they were both black, so yeah, he could have probably got away with that because they were both black. I think that's literally like, if it was like another black guy, probably no, he wouldn't done that. But with Joe Rogan, nah, he wouldn't done that. The guy's, Joe Rogan's not that tall.
No, but it's just in a hypothetical sense.
Yeah. It's like, no, he wouldn't do that unless he had a bunch of people on him and he trained like he was doing Muhammad Ali for like 2 months or some shit like that.
Okay, so let's change the person. Bill Burr.
No.
I highly doubt that Will Smith would have smacked the fuck out of Bill Burr if Bill Burr done the same thing. And yes, Bill Burr would have done the same fucking joke. Probably worse.
Dave Chappelle would have done that joke.
And Will Smith wouldn't have done shit. Because that would have been career suicide.
But it's also like, I feel like, yeah, it's just those two. Maybe they have something some connection that allowed him to get a little bit frisky with the guy, but it's like, yeah, there has to be some other stuff. Because it's like, Chris Rock's not a small guy. He's not big even too, but it's like, he's the average person. So, yeah, there has to be, like, they have to have some connection for him to think he get away with that crap.
Connection thing, yeah, but yeah, I'm going to use a different example than Joe Rogan. Bill Burr. Will Smith would not have done shit. Will Smith would not have done, and yeah, Bill Burr would have went. And if Will Smith would have done that to Bill Burr, I agree with Island Hermit. Bill Burr would have got way more brutal with the jokes. it would have been a massacre.
Yeah. Most comedians would have roasted him and Jada way more after what he did.
To oblivion. Especially with Bill Burr. Like, you would have deleted yourself on the spot.
Like, you smacked me. I'm going to roast you. I'm not going to hit you. I'm going to destroy your reputation even more than your wife has already done in front of the whole world to see.
Because do you know how much shit Chris Rock could have said in retaliation? Now imagine if Bill Burr was in that situation. Ooh, so much baggage Will and Jada has. It would have been a massacre on Oscar. It would have been the Oscar Awards massacre. It would have been bad.
Man, there was so much stuff. Like, I'm sorry, but seeing that we got into a little entanglement, he could have just made that little joke and I was stung. Just a little jab. There was
It was just a jab. Like, okay, I'm bald now. Ha ha ha. Like, I can't.
Man, it wasn't a jab. It was a love tap. That's the most honest. If it was a jab, he could have just said like entanglement. I'm sorry, Jada. I thought your hair was missing. It seemed like you cut off in an entanglement situation. Some dumb shit like that, and it would have stung.
Yeah, and it would have been like, oh yeah, I'm bald. Haha, very funny. That's it. Because she can't change her situation anyway. Why not just laugh about it? Of course, she's a damaged woman, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, she damaged. She comes from like some fucked up place, right?
Yeah, Isla Herman. Like I said, yeah, Bill Burr. If Bill Burr was in Chris Rock's situation, Will Smith would have known better. Because if Will Smith actually did that to Bill Burr, they would not be in public eye for years to come or ever again. Because knowing Bill Burr, it will not stop at the Oscars.
Oh yeah, he'd go on his podcast, start roasting him. Anyway, he's on stage to roast him.
Yeah, he will be on a crusade. He will be on a crusade on Jada and Will. It will. Even I might feel a little bit bad for them based on the jokes that I know Bill Burr can make.
But this is so sad for Will. Like, I respected the guy when I was younger. I watched most of like Bad Boys, Big Mom. I watched all those stuff. Like, yeah, this guy. And after when I grew up, I was like, oh, he was smart. He could have gone to a decent college. And he's like, oh, he seems like he has a decent family. It's like, he might be a little bit. He might be swinging the wrong way. It's like, I'm not sure. That's just bullshit. But every now and then, it's like, dude, you lost your balls. Your wife has your balls in her purse, and she can tell you do whatever she wants, and you're just gonna run up there, smack a guy, and say, don't talk about my wife like that. That's my birthday. It's just like,
bro, you were just laughing at the joke.
That's the worst thing. Like, if he wasn't laughing, it would have been like, oh, he wasn't laughing in the beginning. But this guy was laughing. He was creasing up, and after he goes to his wife, man, I have to do something, man. You can't be telling my wife like that. You can't be telling my wife like that.
And then, once again, I know I'm repeating the scenario, but I think this whole situation is hilarious. The fact that Will Smith was crying way harder than Jada herself about the situation. That's how I knew what Infinite Serpent is saying. Jada broke Will permanently. She broke it's over for him. So the fact that he sick Will on Chris Rock like a dog, really? Just because he's basically what Chris Rock says, haha, you're bald, haha, okay. Like, what? There was no harm in that. There was no harm.
It was minimal.
You're bald, okay, so fucking what? Like, nobody gives a shit. If Will Smith would have laughed it off and told his wife, chill the fuck out, it's just a goddamn joke, they would have forgot about those two people in like 2 minutes.
They would have left. They literally left. Like, it wasn't been 2 minutes. It was on him, left, like in 10 minutes. The camera was on Will Smith 10 minutes. No, 10 seconds, around 10 seconds. And after left. If he didn't get up with his dumb shit and smacked someone, he would have got his Oscar, looked good, and being happy without all this bullshit.
Well, supposedly because of his actions, he may or may not be coming back to the Oscars, which he probably will. And they're talking about taking the award back, which he should have gotten in the first place. He literally assaulted somebody in 4K, and it was against the rules. So, yeah, it's woke city up in the Oscars yesterday. Seriously, and once again, if you guys haven't heard the speech when Will Smith got his award, get it, because the complete tone deaf, idiotic, double standards that Will Smith was talking about. I am here to love people, protect people, even though he just smacked the fuck out of somebody like 15
I'm
minutes
supposed
ago.
to be a river that nourishes my people.
Like, you literally smacked your own people 15 minutes ago. Like, what the fuck? Oh, man.
But it is like people expect that to, like, what Will did to become the norm for like men to jump up and do this dumb shit. Like we're in the flipping dark ages where, oh, you disrespect my lady's honor. Let's have a duel. Like that shit wasn't happening. Like how much people are talking shit about people every day? Like you expect all these guys like to go up on anywhere. Like okay, let's say you're walking on the road. Some guy's like, oh, your girl's a fine ass. Your girl gets upset about that, and you have to fight the guy.
See, that's the crazy part. Imagine a man saying, how dare you talk about my girl? Now we have to fight. And then you look at his girl, it's a straight up prostitute. Like, okay. Like, really?
I was like, it's just like, you didn't say anything about her being a prostitute. You just said, oh, why is she walking those dirty ass shoes? It's like, oh, you can't tell my girl. It's like, your girl's a whole prostitute. I could have said so much more than that.
Oh, man, I kind of wish that Chris Rock did. I kind of wish he just would have just kept going. I was, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. It's. I commend Chris Rock for not escalating the situation, but I wish he would have escalated the situation.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's hilarious. Because, like, once again, where was that same energy for August? Where was it? You just sat there crying like a bitch then, and you're here crying like a bitch now. And your wife told you in your face, yeah, I fucked some dude 24 years younger than you, and I'm justified on committing adultery because I fell out of love. I don't feel loved.
Yeah, we on a break. How give a break in a marriage? What the fuck?
No, you like it makes no sense. And the audacity of Will going so hard going so hard to protect a harlot. He's the ultimate cuck, besides Cuck Murphy.
No. I kind of think he's worse than Jack in some aspects. Jack's more nasty. Will has no respect for himself.
I see what you're saying.
Because Jack liked that type of shit. He liked it. He told his girl, I like what you're doing. He told us like, hey, I know you don't like it, but I want you to go out there and get some sloppy toppy to some random guys. And like some sort of, so it's like, yeah, he had more balls than Will Smith. How can Jack Murphy have more balls than Will Smith? This is the fucked up world.
Yeah, we gotta do a comparison video in the future because it's a very tough race between Cuck Murphy and Will Simp. Because there's no way in hell. First off, I wouldn't even be with that woman in the first place, knowing that she's going around fucking other dudes, airing out our entire public situation for the world to see for clout, right? That red table talk, and endorsing cheating, endorsing getting attention from other men, and literally looking at you in your eyes saying that she's justified as a wife to cheat on you because she didn't feel loved.
Yeah, she needed some deep.
Why are you still with her?
Oh my days! The whole red table talk was so like. If you listen to what you were saying, she was definitely making some sexual innuendos. Like I needed some deep healing, and you weren't enough for that. Like what? Like what? if someone said I need a deep healing and you couldn't like you weren't enough for that, it's like she definitely talking about sex. I was like, damn man. She promoted it on Facebook. I thought there was ads for the shit. Like everyone knows about this shit. And you still went to bat for the fences for her.
Literally. And not because of her cheating ways, of her being a 304, just because she has no hair. Really. That's when you're going hard in the paint for? Because she has no hair?
I think she doesn't care about the cheating shit.
That makes it so much worse.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Like, she wouldn't care about that cheating shit. Because so much people made fun about her. It's like, yeah, I'm just getting money with this shit. It happened. And the way how she keeps on doing it, she's like, yeah, she definitely doesn't care about how Will feels about this whole situation. This guy literally posted that, I don't feel that well. It's like, yeah, I feel bad for him sometimes, but it's like, dude, you've been in this like relationship for a while now. She's still having like wet dreams about Tupac. This guy's rotten. He's dead. His bones are the only thing that's there. And she's still having wet dreams about a corpse. What?
See, that... well, when you put it that way... literally 24 or 5 years later, I lost count. But yeah, decades later. And she has audacity to say that her and Tupac didn't smash. You guys fucking smashed. Don't lie to me. Because you wouldn't be crying about him multiple times, bringing him up multiple times in every fucking interview, right? Bringing out letters that Tupac wrote to you.
How do you have letters if you didn't smash? That makes no sense.
And you're saying that you guys didn't smash. Get the fuck out. Listen.
You know what's kind of fucked up? Because I think there was someone in like the group that Tupac was in that said he smashed Jada. But the thing about it was that he's technically underage when he smashed her. And she didn't smash Tupac. Okay. That made no sense.
It makes no sense. I see imprint. I know imprint when I see it. Okay. And imprint is when her hymen was taken away by a man. Okay. That's when the imprinting kicks in. And she developed these chemicals in her head. I forgot which chemicals it was. But it makes her feels make a connection with that somebody she had intimate relations with. So with her speaking about a dead man 25, 6 years, how many years later, decades later, still crying about him and bringing out letters, don't you dare tell me you didn't smash. Get the fuck, don't lie to me.
I think his daughter said that she would like to meet Tupac. It's like, why's your daughter talking about this guy that was dating your daughter? That's a little weird. Like, why's your daughter talking about this guy that was dating? Like, it's all weird. Like, why? Like, I wish I could meet you and all this shit. Like, whoa. This guy has no respect in his family. No one respects him. They treat him like shit. It's like, why you go through this shit for like so many years?
Because he's been a simp all along. People had that facade of Will Smith because of his movie roles in I Am Legend and Bad Boys and what's it called? The robot movie? I forgot what it's called. Fuck. All these badass roles of depicting masculinity, and people need to realize, which everybody already knows, they're acting. It's just acting. That's not who they are in real life. And the fact that this dude, iRobot, see, look, people already, they got more culture than me right now. Hancock. Yes, Hancock.
Superhero cuckold.
Okay, we need to make more of me. But the fact that he's depicting all these masculine roles, people need to realize these actors are just acting. That's not who they are in real life. And this entire time, the fact that he never put his foot down about Jada not shutting the fuck up about Tupac. That says a lot. That says a lot. Like the dude's gone. Why do you keep constantly like I'm here, hello? Like I put the ring on your finger. That's how I know that Jada smashed Tupac. That's how I know. Because even when she's married, she still constantly bring him up.
Jada has way more control over the family. We definitely can tell that. Because you see how her children act. That's not like that's how a woman raises children. Like those children are weird.
The only child that's not as weird is the oldest child.
And that's not even her child. That's from Will's first marriage.
Exactly. And he seemed okay with me, and he wants to stay out of the spotlight, which I commend him. I definitely
if I knew what's happening in that crazy family, like, I don't want to be involved with them. I just want to live my life.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm doing my own thing. Fuck that. And what's it called? Willow is, I don't know what the fuck she's like. She's bald as well. See, Jada is making her entire family look like Tupac. Have you noticed that? She's bald. Willow's bald. Jaden's bald. I think Will was bald at one point. I think.
Oh, and that's different. Like, I'm not sure if she's making Will go bald to be like Tupac, but if Will's good doing that, I'm like, dude.
It has to be Tupac. Nah, Jada is too obsessed with Tupac. It has to be because literally at one point the entire family is bald.
Oh no.
Like literally. Oh man.
Oh my days. Look at this. You're getting cut from the grave.
The pursuit of coquetry. Oh, that's great.
I am cucking. Bad Cup 2. There's just so many. Like, if you can make. Oh, it's just so sad. It's just so sad. This guy was technically a legend for like so many people. Like, oh yeah, you could go out and do whatever you want. You could so you don't have to act like a stereotypical gangster black guy's like. Yeah, if you don't act like that, you're gonna end up like a cuckold. It's like, oh shit, I don't want to do that.
And she wants a Tupac family. Soon, Will is gonna be bald. And I mean, he was multiple times. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And what's it called? Jellyman. Jada is a very dangerous skeleton. She is like a female and morally opposite of you. You know what? He's not wrong. He's literally not wrong about this. She's my mortal enemy. Jada, the succubus. We meet again.
That's some skinny succubus, bro. She doesn't have no simp blood. Oh my day. She needs simp blood to get younger and all that shit. This is so sad. It's like, dude, there's so many ways this situation could never happen. He could have done all this shit behind scenes.
He could have, but once again, Jada broke him down so bad, emasculated him, effeminate, that he does only what a female would have done. Literally.
That's probably why all those women are like, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want to be a man. This is so dumb. Like, that's bad. That's the standard now. It's becoming a standard. Like, you have to go out and fight people because a stupid little comment.
Women want that to be the standard. But let me let you know, chat, and anybody else that's watching that's new. Just because somebody made a joke that you didn't like does not warrant assault. You let them know, hey, I'm not a fan of the joke. Can you not mention that situation? Not react like an emotional little girl putting your hands on somebody because he's a meanie. That makes you look like a straight up bitch.
Like, people should learn that in like primary school and like middle school for America. Like, if I made a joke and someone was like, I don't like that joke, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna say that. That's just generally how people are. You don't want to harm people. But if someone comes at you and starts attacking you, like, okay, every time I see you, I'm gonna make that joke and make it worse. And I'm going to make other people say the joke just to make fun of you because you tried to attack me.
Yep, that means that he hit that sweet spot. He hit that nerve. And that's definitely what comedians want. They want a reaction out of you. But Chris Rock, of course, since they got some type of ties, he wasn't going to go that far. But if it was any other comedian, ooh, it would have been a field day. It would have been bad.
Well, I think that's the reason why they picked him. Chris Rock, he's just a safe comedian now. He's not the old Chris Rock. Like the old Chris Rock would have never sat there and take that. He would have.
Old Chris Rock, it would have been amazing. It would have been a classic. Old Chris, like young Chris Rock, yeah, that wouldn't fly. That wouldn't fly. Oh man, it's crazy how women are endorsing this type of situation. Oh, this is what masculinity is supposed to be. There's men out there that's actually being men protecting their wives. I'm like, so you're just gonna ignore the entire other situation of Jada literally treated him like shit for years? Like, are we just gonna ignore that? No, or your perception of what a man is along the lines of servitude.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Because I understand going out and protecting someone's honor if they're talking bullshit. Like, if I was, let's say I was married to this woman, not Jada, because that would be hell. Let's say I was married to a woman, and someone was making up bullshit. I would definitely go to the person like, "Aye, you're making up bullshit. That didn't happen. Please stop talking about that shit." And if they keep on doing like, okay. Like, if you're gonna keep on doing this, let's go to a boxing ring. Let's fight it out because I'm not gonna punch you on the road because if something happens, I ain't going to prison.
Man, yeah, and why would you try to fight for your wife's honor? Why would you try to fight for your wife's respect if she doesn't even respect herself? Why?
Like, and it's not like he's talking bullshit. Like, if he was talking like, let's say, if he was making up rumors like, oh, Jada's sleeping around with all the people here, then that would make sense for you to go out there and want to beat the shit out of him. Because, like, hey, my wife's a hoe, but she ain't that much of a hoe.
Oh, okay. She only slept with 6 people, bro, that I know of. But hey, I gotta give it a will. He opened the floodgates to a whole other dimension of memes. It will be perfect if the whole situation is because he wanted more memes.
He's like, I need more memes. I'm making a movie about memes.
And Cat Williams would have said this if I'm proud. Listen. It will. Cat Williams will make Will Smith's life a living hell. Comedy wise, no. Will Smith knows better. He wouldn't do it. Because once again, Cat Williams is an OG, and Cat Williams is a very, very smart man. Don't do it. In fact, most, not if all comedians are smart, because you got to have a good amount of critical thinking and quick wits to even do comedy. So
to get high up there too, especially before, like if it was from like the 90s or early 2000s, you probably have quick wits. Because after the 2010s, it's like all the comedians now are kind of like iffy. Like there's good ones, but there's some shitty ones at the same time.
And yes, Cat Williams did get beat up by a 15-year-old, but we need to know that he's not that big. You know, he's
like Chris Rock, Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he's like 130 pounds, 140, if I'm like in the ballpark. But regardless, Will Smith will still know better to not do that because, once again, Cat Williams will go on a crusade to destroy Will Smith's reputation through comedy.
Wow, it's kind of hard to do that when his wife's really doing it like it's a full-time job.
Do you know how? Well, yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right. But how hard Cat Williams will go, especially with all the dirty laundry Will and Jada put out there? No, he will. Will Smith will send a cease and desist letter to Cat Williams. That's how bad it'll get. That's how bad it'll get. Yeah, he's small as shit, of course. He can't really do much. but comedy wise, it'd be fucked. And yeah, I remember that radio show where Cat Williams was with Tiffany Haddish. He barely tried. He was tired as fuck, like on the radio show, and he picked her apart like it was fucking, I don't know, like a fruit roll up. Like he was just like tearing her apart and just fucking eating it. He had no written jokes or nothing. He just destroyed her mentally within 10, 15 minutes. Like it was glorious. I would definitely send it to you guys on Discord if you guys want to watch it. But man, it was beautiful. So carry on. How do you what do you think is going to happen from here with Will Smith?
He might go quiet for a period of time, and after Jada's going to be like, red table talk. I'm going to milk this like I do everything in my family to get that money. Probably in a few months. No, I'd say like a month or two, she's going to get a red table talk about this. Or maybe this she's going to do it straight away. She's going to talk about how she felt there and how Chris Rock was talking that bullshit like in a week from now. And after a month later, she's going to get Chris Rock, surprisingly, to come there and they're going to sort it out. Everything's going to go quiet for that family for like half a year. And some bullshit's going to pop up right again. It seems like they're milking this shit. Like, or Jada's milking the shit. She's using Will as a like content cow. And it's sad. She is milking this man so away. He doesn't have a soul.
Yeah, literally milking him until there's nothing left. Nothing. Like, he is literally an empty shell of himself as a man. Doesn't matter if he was always a simp. Right now, he is destroyed. And yes, the worst part about it all is Tupac is definitely still winning somehow. Beyond the grave, 24, 25 years later, he is still winning. How are you going to be losing to a dead man 24, 25 years later?
Yeah, Tupac didn't get to kick his ass, but he's kicking his ass in the grave.
Like how? Like, but I'm going to do a little one more show right quick. If you guys want to support your boy Sir Yeetus or the Warband, because believe me, we're not done talking about this. Go ahead and click on the link, paypal.me/Sir Yeetus. If you have a super chat, if you just feel like donating, all donations are appreciated. I also got big plans for this channel, gentlemen. It's already in the works. Me, Gray, and various other people are working to upgrade this channel. It's all thanks to you guys. Thank you once again. So do you think Will ever leave Jada?
How old is he right now?
53?
He ain't even shit until she dead. Or he dies. Like,
see, I told him in the beginning, not told him personally, but I said in the beginning when that situation was popping up years ago, especially with the red table talk shenanigans, I'm like, bro, leave her now. At this point, there is no point of staying in the relationship. The kids are grown. She clearly doesn't respect you or even wants to be around you anymore. Just take that L, sign a check, and keep it moving. You will still be a multimillionaire. Just leave.
Like, there's so much women. Like, if he left then, he would have been saved from so much bullshit. Potentially. Because we're not sure if she has some dirt on him. But potentially he would have been safe. And there's still a bunch of women that will want to be with Will Smith. It's fucking Will Smith. Let's be honest. The guy's 50 and he still looks pretty decent. Like, women want him. So it's not like he didn't have any opportunities. Exactly. But it seems like she has a board and chain on him. I'm not sure what it is, but she definitely has something on him.
See? And that's the worst part, right? Because, hold up. Okay. So, how do I explain it? Everybody in the chat right now. Everybody in the chat. Put down a 1 if you would have left Jada after the entanglement situation? Would you take an L, sign her a check, and divorce her ass after that entanglement situation? Put a one in the chat. I don't care if you have 10 grand, 100 grand, a million, 10 million. Would you leave her ass after the entanglement situation she had with your son's friend, and then she tries to justify it, saying that she doesn't feel loved? Because me personally, I'll take that L in the heartbeat. Like, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. It's time for me to start over. There's a lot of honeys out there I need to meet. It's been a while. You know, I'm kind of rusty. Let me just go ahead and shape my take my millions, keep my one of my houses if I'm able to keep the house, right? If Jada takes everything, and I'm go ahead and go out there and start over, because in the end, he is still a top 1%. And it's crazy how he doesn't even he didn't realize that years ago. He's still top dog. The women out there won't give a fuck what he did or what happened to him. They won't give a shit.
You probably feel sympathy for him. Like, oh, you got fucked over by that horrible woman, yada yada yada. He could definitely bounce back.
Literally, it's Will fucking Smith. Once again, women are looking for not only looks, but power, status, income, etc. Like, that's their primary focus. And that's definitely what younger women are looking for. Especially with his age, he can easily bag a 25-year-old or younger. Easy. What are the public's going to say? What are they going to say? They can't say shit. He could have rode off into the sunset right after that. Oh, I'm not happy in my marriage. Oh, yeah, I slept with your son's friend, but it's your fault because I didn't feel loved. How did he not say, all right, this was a failure. GG, handshake, sign the divorce papers, keep half of whatever, I don't give a shit, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. That's just me, man. It's why stay in a situation when you know it's clearly not working at all? Why? It's insane. And yeah, I know it's because he's overdosing on blue pills right now. You can tell by what happened last night that he's overdosing on blue pills. Island Hermit, would you say Will Smith is a blue pill alpha? Yes. Yes. He has all the power, the status, the resources, the looks. He's one of the richest African American men in America, and one of the most successful African American actors in America right now. Hell, like you saw last night, he won the best actor for whatever movie he did. I didn't watch the movie.
It was Serena Williams and Ivy Williams. He was acting as their father. I didn't watch it, but
oh yeah,
I remember seeing.
But after all those accolades, all the successes that he has, he could easily get 10 bitches in his contacts in 10 seconds or less. Actually, no, give it 2 seconds. If he announced that he was single tomorrow, actually, no, give it 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah, if he posted he was single, his DMs would be full. 1 minute, hundreds, maybe in the thousands. Let's be honest.
His phone will explode. Like, it won't be able to handle all the DMs he'll be getting. He won't be able to handle it.
Yeah, I'm not sure when this entanglement bullshit happened. But if it happened before 2015, this guy could have slept with Margot Robbie. If he just left her. If he left his wife who was cheating on him, supposedly it was all right because they have some fucked up rules. Like, this guy could have slept with Margot Robbie potentially if he wanted to. But like, she good looking. Like, This guy is an actor. He's surrounded by other good-looking people. Majority of the most of the time, I want to say, not because he's probably surrounded by like the average people that is helping him up all that shit. But yeah,
Yeah, that is definitely he could have. Once again, see, here's a lot of men need to realize when it comes to relationships or life in general, you need to realize when it's time to stop. When it's time to realize it's not going to work and change course, take a different route. You need to realize that some things are not going to work out in life, no matter what you do. Some things are out of your control, such as a cheating harlot of a wife. You can't control what she does. You can't control how she feels. So why stay in that marriage when she violated her vows on multiple occasions?
I don't think most people care now. Like most people celebrate celebrities and all that bullshit, but celebrities get divorced and like all that shit happens like all the time. There's like probably celebrities that be married 3 times, being honest, and that's probably like medium of the road. Like, yeah, I got married 3 times, but I know again I got married like 15 times or some bullshit like that. It's like people are following these like so-called idols. No, they are idols, and they're trying to copy their lifestyle and all that bullshit. But these people are fucked up. I mean, we used to know that. We used to believe that. Oh yeah, they're fine. But now we used to know like, yeah, these people are extremely fucked up, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Why the hell did I want to be like this person?
Yeah, that's why they say uh with that saying, don't meet your heroes because you never know who they are as a person. Hey, I'm not saying all people are bad. No, there's plenty of pretty good people that you deem as a hero. I'm just saying some of them you have way too high expectations, way too high.
Yeah,
They're
like they don't have to
human.
be bad people. They could just not be to your standard or see like what you thought. They're like, oh yeah, he makes mistakes so often. I don't like him anymore. That just happens all the time. Like people try to show their best face in any situation.
Yeah, like they're human like me and you. They just got acting as a job. That's it. Eventually their mindset will reach elitism, and they'll believe that they're above you. But in the end, they're human too. They have emotions. They also fuck up. It's crazy. Um, what's it called? Don't meet your fans either. Yeah, because you never know how psycho they are. Eminem, Stan, they'll fucking skin you and wear you as a mask.
Oh my days, man! I meant like if you're talking about crazy fans, just check up that K-pop type of shit. Those people are weird, bro. It's
uh,
just
see, Patrice O'Neal is too big to Will Smith to even do that. He's too big. He is way too big. And plus, yeah, Patrice O'Neal, yeah, he will end Will Smith's career. He will end both, especially the Godfather Red Pill. You really think he won't go in on your wife? Really? Oh, you really think her hair loss will be bad? Shit. I'm just R.I.P. Patrice O'Neal though. R.I.P. Um, where was it? Hold up. Yeah, can't believe I used to idolize actors and some wrestlers. Yeah, see, I idolize back then a lot of people, but turns out they're the same like you and me. But in today's aspect, me being older, I appreciate their work, but I don't idolize them as a person. If you guys get what I'm saying, I idolize what they do. Um, Not idolize, but I appreciate what they do on the screen or what they do as a job. But as a person, no, they're no different than you and me. And who knows what kind of demons or crazy things they've done, in their personal lives. Not that it's any of my business, but I never ever since I became an adult, I never idolize somebody to like godhood, like oh my god,
How can you say that about them?
is that LeBron James? Like what? Like it's I've never ever got to that point in my adult years ever. Please, LeBron, give me your shoe, give me your socks, please. Give me.
See, I only do that if I want to sell it to people that really care. I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna sell it like double the price normally.
Oh man, and yes, I agree. The taller the pedestal, the farther the fall. Yes, I definitely agree. It's very lonely at the top of the mountain, and it's very long fall from that mountain. So, uh, and yeah, Dave, I definitely agree with that as well. Will was so desperate to prove to Jada that he is better than a man that's been dead for years and a young boy that was 2021 at the time. That I'm better than these two, honey. Please just let me prove it. Yeah, I was laughing at the joke, but I see you're upset. Let me just go up there and face him man to man and smack him and challenge him to a duel because I will protect your honor. And I guarantee you, how much you want to bet that Jada wasn't impressed?
Oh, my
Especially
days.
all that crying that he fucking did after.
She probably cussed him out, and that's why he was crying. Yeah.
Oh,
Jada
man.
definitely cares about her image way more than Will. And what Will did probably fucked with that
Oh,
in her
badly.
mind.
Badly.
And she's like, okay, I'm gonna chew you up because you fucked up. And after when he got the Oscar, he's like, okay, you better say sorry. And that's why he was crying like a little child.
You never talk about a man's wife. Men have died for less. See, here's the difference. Don't put your business out there for the world to see, especially if you're a-list actor. Okay, don't do that. Don't air out your entire fucking closet, throwing all your skeletons onto the red table talk table, and expect people to not talk shit. If you don't want people to talk shit about your personal life, keep it to your fucking self. Am I wrong, Carry On?
Yeah, and even if like so talking shit, he wasn't talking shit. He just made a comment about how she could be G.I. Jane in a coming up movie. That's not talking shit. It's not like he's making up rumors or saying some horrendous bullshit. Like, oh, your wife smells like shit, bro. Your wife's ugly as fuck, man. He wasn't doing that. He was just like, oh, she looks like G.I. Jane. He didn't even say she looks bad. She's like, oh, in all love. In all love means I'm not being offense. You can just act like G.I. Jane. And bullshit like that happened. It's like, it's not a situation where like, oh, don't talk about people's wives. Like, let's say I'm having an argument with this guy and after I bring in his wife because I'm losing. That's a bitch move. But that was not what happened.
Yeah. And best to keep personal info to yourself because the moment you tell someone or others, you're bound to get drama. Exactly. Because there's some people out there don't give a fuck about your feelings. They don't give a fuck how you feel. They will literally use the information against you. But like you said, Carry On, it was just a fucking joke. It was a joke. She's a grown ass woman. She can take a goddamn ball joke. Like, or I thought she could.
Well, I'm not sure what she told Will to do, but Will
I
couldn't take her bearing down on him.
And he was laughing at that very same joke. So yeah, personally, I don't have sympathy for those two for what happened. I have none because if you were to try to make your whole life a whole clout chase, then you wouldn't have people lingering onto that cloud as well. That's your fault. If you didn't air out everything about your personal life, Chris Rock would not have something to use against you. Simple as that. And it was a joke.
He didn't even use it.
He said, "Oh yeah, look, your wife is bald. Haha. Yeah, you know, yeah, she is bald. Yeah, you know, G.I. Jane. He. And that should have been it. But no. Of course, Will Smith puffing his chest out. Ooh, you want to talk about my harlot of a wife, eh? Well, take this, you scoundrel. This
You want
matches
to talk about my wife there, little mate? I'm gonna smack you in front of the world on live stage. Well, this is so dumb. It's so dumb. If I saw my brother do something like that, I'm like, why did he do that? Honestly, why did he do that? You make me look dumb because you smacked that person on live stage for a joke. I feel dumb because I'm related to you in some form of fashion.
Yeah, Smirgo, he targeted his wife. You could talk smack about Will, but you don't target a man's wife. You act like that she didn't bring it on herself, okay? Two, she just lost hair. That's it. She can't change that. And it was a joke.
She
Joke.
doesn't look.
So
She doesn't
you
look like
telling me
horrendous with her hair gone.
so you telling me, Smirgo, that you are normalizing assaulting people just because you didn't like what that person said when it comes to a joke? Because a joke is not funny to you, that gives you the excuse to go up and assault somebody. That's how you get your chest caved in, or worse. You don't go around assaulting people just because you don't like a fucking joke. Fuck out of here. Nah.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's like what those communists do. You said something that I don't like. I'm gonna try and screw up your life. It's like nah. If someone said something I don't like, I'm gonna tell them I don't like that. I'm not gonna get into a fight for some bullshit.
She brought on herself because she aired out her entire dirty laundry in public. Everything. She didn't leave anything private. So if you put it to the public eye, especially as an A-list celebrity, don't be surprised if the information is used against you. Okay? And even if she didn't mention about her hair loss condition, she was still bald. Whoopie fucking he do? Like,
I thought she cut it.
yeah, what did she cut her own hair? Really? That's what set Will off to go nuts, is because he said G.I. Jane. Really?
It's not a way in the black community for women when they get to a certain age to cut their hair completely like that. I know a bunch of, I know a bunch of women from that are pretty young, and they cut their whole hair and they're like, "Hey, you look good." He never said the hair cut look bad. He wasn't making fun of that. She looked horrible with the haircut. Like, "Alright, she looks like G.I. Jane with that haircut." Most closet joke.
Smirgo. He said she looked like G.I. Jane. That's it. It's a G.I. Jane joke. That's it. If Will Smith was man enough, he would have told his wife, "Put on your big boy panties. It's a fucking joke. Chill out."
Even if he wanted to still be a pussy, he could be like, "Okay, I'll talk to him after the event."
But doing that in front of everybody, trying to prove how macho and masculine he is, no, that makes him look like a whole bitch.
Damn it, him and Jack Murphy again. It's Jack Murphy, fuck you, heartfelt, all over again. Oh my days.
Yes, and Dave, none of your business. By being married to Will Smith and him being nominated for an award, and she aired out everything in her life in a desperate attempt to be as relevant as her superstar husband. Yeah, she brought on herself. I'm talking about in a general sense. Because it doesn't matter what comedian said it. If a comedian said it, that's because you let it out there. You did. It's called keep your mouth shut, and then people won't even mention about it. But in the end, if she was that upset about it, Will Smith could have easily talked to him after the fact. There was no reason for him to go on stage in front of the whole world crying, smacking, assaulting people. Say, "Don't you talk about my wife." He was crying more about the situation than she was. I guarantee you she was looking at him like fucking pathetic. How much you want to bet that, Carry On?
I feel like I haven't seen him crying in his acceptance speech, but the whole
he was crying
thing,
Denzel Washington, and I forgot the two other people. Right after we went to commercial break, he was literally walking around crying, sitting down crying. And yeah, and when he went up to accept his award, crying.
What? Like in that situation, why would I cry? I smacked a guy on live TV. He should be crying.
Oh man.
So something definitely. I think RT smacked him. Jada was started cussing him out and chewed him out. Something happened, or he felt so embarrassed that he had to do that for his lady's pride that he started crying because he didn't want to do it. It's either he was forced to do it and he's crying, or Jada chewed him out after he smacked him. So that's the fucking possibilities they are.
Well, where is it? Fucking. Yeah, reverse the situation. If a woman was making fun of another woman's husband's male pattern baldness, right? Because that's pretty much the same, similar thing. Would she go defend his honor? Hell no.
She probably laughed too. Big laugh. And not like, there's no, that Will was. She would start laughing. She started slapping her knees. Like,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I know Smurgo here. Hold up. Smurgo, if you're so adamant on defending Jada's honor, go ahead and join the call in. Call in. Go ahead and call in. This will be a good conversation. Go call in, Smurgo. Call in. But regardless, man, that was a funny situation last night, and that pretty much exposed Will Smith's current state as a man.
Yeah, his masculinity was fractured for the whole world to see.
It was destroyed. Oh man, it was bad. Oh, but I have no sympathy. I literally have no sympathy because all this could have been avoided, but you were too eager to prove to your wife that you weren't a bitch. But then you turn out to be even more of a bitch in the process. So, oh shit. Where's Smurgo? Smurgo, where you at? Where you at? Why are you defending? Why are you defending Jada's honor? Why are you defending her so much? She doesn't even respect herself. So why are you defending her? Why would you defend somebody that doesn't even give a fuck about her marriage and her public image in the first place?
You know, this is literally the equivalent of going to like a party and there's a comedian that like the party had a comedian and your husband was for like it's a company party. You're brought with your husband's probably going to get an award, and there's a comedian on stage, and the comedian makes a small joke at your expense, and after you tell your husband to beat the shit out of the comedian.
Right, like what?
That's literally what happened. It was a work party, and a wife told her husband to smack the comedian.
Is this true or?
That's what the Oscars are. It's a work party.
I thought you.
No, they all work together. That's literally what it is. It's a work party. What the wife told the husband to smack the comedian.
Wait, hold up. Wait, why'd you leave? I'm pretty sure that was Smurgo. Bring that ass back over here, boy. We ain't done. Jada's hairline.
Oh,
where you at, man? Where you at? Damn. He bitched out. So sad.
But yeah, like the idea that people were praising Will for such a fraudulent behavior he showed was sad. The whole act was sad.
Wait. They're saying, okay. He was saying that the audio wasn't working. Well, but continue, carry on.
The whole. I can understand wanting to protect someone's honor, but you don't have to fight someone for it. You could talk to people, and it wasn't like it was a large roast where they dragged her through the, like Game of Thrones, like Cersei, when she was dragged through the whole street naked. It wasn't type of that shit. It was a small poke. I was like, okay, I didn't mean it. He literally said, hey, I didn't mean it that bad before Will got on stage. But the guy still couldn't take it. Or his wife couldn't take it. Was he was definitely laughing his ass off. And shit just hit the fan. Global. And now we're stuck in this situation where everyone's like, what he did wasn't right in any sense of the way. He could have got himself fucked up. Or someone else fucked up. And there's just so much shit that could just go wrong. And it's like, did this situation need to happen? Did we really need to be... The whole world need to know what will happen in the Oscars. We wanted to forget the Oscars. And now we're talking about this shit again.
Yep. It's crazy how... This is a good example of women's manipulation. Great example. They will send their own man or men to do their dirty work, and that's what happened last night. Literally. Oh, hold up. And okay, Jada's hairline or Smurgo. I don't know who you are, but you need to quit coming in and out. You need join, defend your queen, your Jada queen. Wait, hold up. 3 and 3. I just saw an ad imploring men to share their salaries with women. Ha! Never going to happen, at least with me.
If we were to reverse it in any sort of way and ask women to share their... I don't know what can you ask? If you ask women to share their relationship status, that's probably going to be lie, because there's a bunch of information that is shown that women do cheat and they can be in multiple relationships at once without no one knowing, or they'll wait. That's not going to happen. So it's like, what's the point of telling someone something when you're just going to most relationships are just there most relationships don't even happen. The modern long-term relationship now is a year. A year is a long-term relationship. In the past, that was probably the guy's been around for a while. 1 year, 6 months. I knew a guy that said a long-term relationship is a flipping month. That's just saying we're going down a really dark road.
Yeah, it's going to get pretty crazy that masculine men, right? I believe we're in a struggling war with the idea of what masculinity is. They didn't expect a lot of pushback on the internet, what the Warband and other people are doing. The society never expected us to be fighting back this hard, right? No matter how many times they tried to delete our accounts and all that craziness, it's very difficult to kill an idea. So if you take me out, there's 10 other people that's going to be putting out information.
Yeah, but they always do that bullshit. Anytime there's actual people going against them, they'll try and inflate the presence of people on the streams. So let's say that we're probably trying to help women get better. The manosphere has a lot of neo-Nazi people, funny moustache worshipping people. Let's say that. And it's we don't really have that much people. Even if we did, there's small number. It's 1 in 1,000, possibly, probably even lower. 1 in 10,000. It's we don't have that much people praising Germany in a certain time period. As I think I saw a study gyms are recruiting for extremists on the far right. And it's you just don't want people to be healthy and criticize their countries and what's happening around. Because it was happening the other way around, where jails are full of leftist thinking people, there will be no comment about gyms are full of extreme left wing people that want to bring back communist Russia or some bullshit like that. Like be like, oh, gyms are good. It helps you not be racist or some bullshit like that. And it's like really, like we all know what's happening. You want people to be weak, lazy, and stupid.
I agree with that, man. I'm definitely going to be talking about that tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a part 3 on my Russia-Ukraine situation because I'm getting beyond annoyed on how quick these liberals are trying to send men like us to die. I'll explain tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is a good time because I'm sure there's such a rush pushing very hard to go to World War III, but who has to fight it? Think on that.
Yeah, there should be no more world wars. Like the world has experienced 2 world wars, which caused us to be in such a messed up state that we are now.
Yeah, I definitely understand, man. But we will definitely talk about that tomorrow for sure. Andrew.
I didn't think that you would actually put me on.
Are you Smurgo?
Hmm?
Are you Smurgo?
I can't hear you. What do you say?
Are you Smurgo?
What does that mean? Smurgo.
The username, the hater that's in the comments.
What? No.
Okay, just making sure because he was trying to get on.
Oh.
But hey, what's going on, man? How do you feel about what happened last night? If you watched it or you just
Will Smith, you mean?
Yeah, where he smacked the fuck out of Chris Rock because even though he was laughing at the very same joke, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife got him. His wife is controlling him. That's for sure. He seemed very unhappy in his relationship.
Yeah, because he was doing a lot of crying after the fact.
Yeah.
Cry.
Yeah, and at the last moment he was talking about was Denzel Washington, and he just looked at Will Smith like, "What the heck are you talking about?"
Right, like
yeah,
it's insane to the point where you literally could have waited until after the show that say, "Hey, man, you know my wife is going through some stuff. Can you lay back on the joke?" But no. He was so desperate, like a lapdog, to prove his worth to a fucking harlot.
Yeah, I think his wife made him do that. I don't think he wanted to do that in the first place.
Yeah, he saw the dagger eyes from Jada.
Yeah, I mean, he was laughing at first, and then his wife just gave him the stink eye. Said, "You better come up there and slap him." It's like, all right, Chris Rock is a weak and feeble man. I guess I could do that.
He's 100 pounds, 110 pounds. I got this.
Yeah. He seems like a nice guy, but he seems like a fighter. So an easy target, I should say.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. Like, what would you do if you were in Chris Rock's situation? Like,
I would just laugh it off and point out that the pain would probably last until August. August.
Yeah, I definitely know August.
Yeah, I would pull that off.
Oh, that would have been a straight up fight. That would have been a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, like if I was to add on what you said, I'd be like, sorry, we got to an entanglement, but that pain might sting until August. Just slide it a little bit more, just to like. But yeah, Will Smith is crying a little bit too much right now. Like he's definitely he lost something.
Poor guy.
He lost respect. Definitely.
He lost respect for himself. Like, it's not like respect for other people because he definitely worshiping Jada, but he definitely lost respect for himself. Which is like,
I agree.
How can she love you when you don't respect yourself?
Tone loves, whatever that is. How can his wife make him do something? Hell no, screw that. Hey, when you break a man down far enough, that's what women want in the end: servitude and control.
Yeah, well, it will be interesting for Will Smith to have a DNA test to make sure that his kids are legitimately his. And if it wasn't, that would be something interesting to see.
I think
Yeah.
Jaden's definitely his. He looks.
Yeah, I mean,
I
his
think the
face.
children are his because they look somewhat similar to him.
Mm.
But I'm not sure he like what he said. DNA test. I was like, you're gonna find out if he's 100% simp because that's definitely up for the question. We're not sure how much percent of him is human and how much percent of it bonobo because this is not no human behavior.
Yeah.
But hey, Andrew, do you have anything to say to the chat about the situation? Well, what's your summary about it?
Well, send Will Smith your love, I suppose, and also some semen for his wife.
Slip and slide.
Yeah, you have to put it on her head to make sure that her hair grow back.
Yo, okay, Andrew, you're going in.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, though, how do I explain it? He's a broken man, and
Yeah.
I personally think he can't recover from this.
Yeah.
He can't. Like, there's no excuse this time. There's no excuse. And Chris Rock, he's definitely going to have a good laugh for the next month or two.
Yeah. And probably other comedians gonna, try to poke holes into Will Smith as well.
Oh, they're already doing
later in
this.
the future. Yeah.
But thank you, Andrew, for joining, and definitely join back later on today. I'm definitely going to have another stream.
Oh, okay. Until next time, I guess. In a couple of hours, I guess. Well, I have business to do. See you later.
Yeah, it'll be 4 hours. You got time.
Yeah. See ya.
All right. Peace. All right, carry on. What is your summary of what we talked about today? Because I don't think I'm done. There literally might be a part 2 on this.
Yeah. This whole situation is this showing you what happens when you don't check your woman when she does bullshit over a period of time, going on years until you just lost hope. And you just do whatever she says to keep a happy family, happy life, happy wife, all that bullshit. That's what's happening right now. This is the epitome of a blue pill simp brainwashing over a period of years, activating, and when they're seeing a broken man who was supposedly a legend just become a shadow of himself. And it's so sad just to realize that someone so spectacular in acting, who could accidentally any character he wanted, is just broken and he's acting like a stained person. And it's like, shit, I feel bad watching this. But at the same time, it's funny. It's like a tragedy. And it's like, should I feel bad for him or should I not care anymore? Because people told him, people had to tell him, she did this, what the shit, why are you still with her? And it's like, it's almost like 2 years or a year and a half now. And he's still with her and he's going through this shit and he's making himself look like the clown for the whole world to see it. I'm just like, I can't give him any sympathy. I can't give him any outs anymore. This is all him. He didn't have to go up on the stage and smack someone for the whole world to see. This is Will Smith now. He's a simp.
Yes. And at this moment, he just probably came to realization that he's a simp. Because all that crying yesterday, it couldn't have been just for that reason only. It couldn't.
Oh, no. I think he was crying because the last shred of his humanity, his masculinity, was burned up in that smack. He used up all his masculinity to smack Chris Rock. Chris Rock just stuck it in there. Oh, yeah, I'm fired. But he was crying. He fucked up. He fucked up and he knew he fucked up. And that's just shit. I kind of feel bad because you fucked up now. You realize how bad life has gotten and you can't do shit but sit there and cry. And it's just
sit there.
I ain't getting married.
But hey, thank you for joining, man. And I'll definitely be back on in 4 hours.
Okay, boy.
I didn't kick him out. He just left. What the? Okay, it's just me, your boy, Sir Yeetus. Let me give you a little outro. What happened with Will Smith last night, that is a position that you don't want to be as a man. Especially being stuck in a marriage where your kids clearly don't respect you. Your woman despises you and admits in your face that she's been sleeping around and she loves a man that's been deceased for over 2 decades. Okay. And to the point where she humiliates you on the grand stage, on social media, on television, all that stuff. She will not hesitate to embarrass you as a husband. Okay. And now to the point where Will Smith is desperate enough to prove that, oh, I'm masculine, I'm masculine. He further embarrasses himself on stage of putting his hands on somebody because his joke was a little bit too mean. Ooh. So, with all that crying and stuff, he is just probably just broken at this point, realizing that he's a simp or something. Because being an emotional little girl, it does not look good as a man. It doesn't look good at all for his marriage. His marriage is probably on his last legs. I'm surprised they didn't get a divorce yet. I'm sure they're separated, but I am very surprised they didn't get a divorce yet. Jada broke Will Smith. Okay, now it's Will Simp. And I really do not have any sympathy for the situation because all this could have been avoided if both of them avoided clout chasing by airing every little detail of their personal lives and expecting somebody to not use that information against them, even as a joke. I really don't have any sympathy whatsoever. But this is more common than you think, though, gentlemen. Will is broken. Do you know how many men over the years that become broken because of their wives? Hell, I'm sure you already know the common statistics saying that men die earlier in marriage than being single. There's a reason. There's a reason. Women, especially wives, they only see a man as a form of servitude. They only see a man as a form of obedience, manipulation. That's what women perceive masculinity. That's what they perceive what a man is to just do without any question and fight on their behalf, even if it causes your health or your death. That's how they perceive it. Why do you think, in general, today's women, they say go off to war and die? That's all you're good for. Why, gentlemen? Especially the new people that are watching right now. Why will you still get married at this point, knowing how modern women see men? And it's in 4K. It's in 4K on how women treat men. It is out of control. And Will Smith's situation is one of many examples out there of how men are just empty shells of themselves as the marriage goes on. And once Jada or any other woman deems their man as useless, they can find better now, they will leave you empty and cold and with half your shit. Why would you get married at this point? There's literally no reason in 2022 to sign that government contract. This is reason 1,828,648 of why you should have signed that government contract. I'm sure you guys know a good amount of men in your life, whether it's at work or your family, or one of your friends, that got married and over time they became broken and empty shells of themselves. They're not who they are anymore. Okay, not because we changed with the times. No, their woman manipulated them, gaslighted them, caused drama in their lives to the point where, in order to avoid that, they're literally quiet, obedient. Yes, ma'am. Oh, hey boys, I gotta go home. My wife is waiting on me. Oh, boys, you can't do that. My wife will get angry. Do you really want to live that lifestyle? Think on that, gentlemen. Think on that. Thank you for watching this stream. If you want to support your boy, Sir Yeetus, if you have a super chat, if you have a topic you want me to talk about, if you just want to donate because you think the Warband and Sir Yeetus is doing a good job, go ahead and donate to paypal.me/Sir Yeetus. All donations are always appreciated. Thank you very much. I am very close to 6,000 subs. I never thought I'd get this far. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And we're only going to just keep going up. I'm aiming for 10K within a few months. This is Sir Yeetus. Hopefully, you learn a good amount today of all the gems that I've been dropping. And I will see you in 4 hours. I am out. Peace.